Hello, everyone. Today I have more of a, different type of video to post versus like the content that I've done on this channel in the past. And, I hope you guys do stick around for this because I do have a good amount of things to say that I hope are pretty important, especially for like what's going on right now in the world and stuff like that. Um, so, I just I just want to say like I've never really liked celebrities that much, and I think if you guys are unaware of like what's going on right now, I highly recommend to just kind of browse social media and check the news and stuff like that. Just however, in any way you want to be able to do that. And I can't really talk too much about what's going on here. So I have to say like, do your own research, check stuff out. I'll probably have to use keywords in this video and stuff like watermelon, things like that. But I just want to say that like, make sure you are informed on the situation right now. And like I said, I never really liked celebrities too much. Even growing up, I never really understood why people put them on pedestals and kind of treat them like they're a whole separate being and entities. And I think a lot of them really get off on that. And the situation of the world right now really kind of proves that they don't really care too much about any of us. I think that they're so deep into what they do and like the system that they don't like. It's almost like we have to remind them to have humanity, it seems. And I think that when you like are as famous or well known or wealthy as someone like a celebrity, it is kind of automatically your responsibility to use that platform for good. And I think, if they talked about it more, stuff like what's going on right now wouldn't be as controversial and wouldn't have people like me who are not well known wouldn't have to tiptoe around the situation just to get a point across. And I think that's what's really frustrating for me right now is like it's difficult to talk about what's going on without it being like a controversial situation versus it is literally just like humanity. And it's very disappointing to see that in the world right now. So I think that it is definitely partially celebrities' responsibility to bring awareness and talk about what's going on. I'm not saying that their content needs to exclusively be about that. They can do what they want to do. They can do what they love. I think, I don't think anyone's saying that they shouldn't do that, but it is their responsibility to use their platforms to bring awareness about issues. And it's just like, it's unfortunate that it has to come to the point of like, we now collectively have to block and unfollow all of these celebrities just to show that, hey, we're not going to give you money and give you ad revenue, and we're not going to engage with your content if you don't do this stuff. And I really hope that after all of this is said and done, like, this is really a lesson that needs to be learned for everyone involved. Like, I hope that this isn't just a one-off thing where people are going to say their stuff and then they're just going to go back to using their platforms exclusively to promote their next movie or promote their content. And, I think that's like one of the beauties of social media, because for the longest time, like, I would say I don't really like social media. I don't like engaging with social media. I only engaged with YouTube for the longest time, and the types of YouTube content I would watch is stuff like gaming content and, things along those lines. Just because I think that, like, I see social media and I relate it to people posting about their, like, outfits and posting about, like, what they eat in a day and all this, like, stuff that I do not care. I don't care about every breath that, like, you don't have to post about every breath you take during the day, like, and that's kind of what I've associated social media with for the longest time. And so that's why it's just like, it's kind of, to me, it's kind of toxic. And I think, this is a good explanation of what's going on. And I think social media is good for being able to, promote awareness. And the other thing it's good for is connecting with people on a personal level. It is good for being able to, like, make friends and find people that relate to your interests. And I think that's really been kind of taken for granted, even especially after, like, the pandemics happened and everything. It's like, I remember one of my friends was saying how, like, after the pandemic, it's like going to a party and you're in a crowd of people, and all they're not really engaging with each other. All they're doing is taking photos and posting it to their social media accounts to show that, hey, I'm having a fun time and stuff like that. And that's another thing that I think is very toxic on social media, is just posting about you having, like, going to a party and stuff like that. Like, I get it if, it's like one time, but if that's like all you're doing at the party is to show up, take your photo or whatever, or video, and then just, like, sit around, do nothing, and leave. Like, what is the point? You're putting a facade on, first of all, and second of all, it's really just about the image that you have and not about actually having fun, which is definitely very very shallow in my opinion. So anyway, that was just kind of a side tangent, because I really think that, I wish people would use social media more for what it should be used for, and not just to, promote your content or to talk about everything you do in your life that people are probably not going to be able to afford anyway. So that's just kind of my opinion on the situation. And I definitely would agree that it's good that we're finally doing something about this. I know it's sad that it took this issue in the world that's really terrible to kind of shed light on everything. And it definitely should not have taken as long as it should have for this to happen. But I think that, this is what it comes to. And I think that we need to start seeing celebrities for how they are, and it is that they are extremely privileged, and they're also extremely responsible for situations, and they can really help to tell a lot of people at once very easily. That's the other thing, it really is not much effort to do. We have this means of sharing a video to millions of people all at once nowadays in society. It is really not that hard to do something like that. And I just really hope that, by doing this and by unfollowing people and blocking people, we can maybe kind of teach them a lesson. And this is really something that needs to happen for not just this issue, but issues that happen many years from now. This needs to be the mindset of a celebrity. When I think that when you go into producing content and your intention is to become somewhat well known, like, you have to realize that you're going to gain a big following of people, and it is your responsibility to just not see these people as numbers and use them for yourself, you know. And I just hope that that's something that gets across. And I just wanted to, kind of share my 2 cents about this, because this is really something that has honestly been something that I've like thought about for a long time, even before what's going on right now. And this is just a very important thing, and we really need to teach these people a lesson that they can't just, make money and have a massive following and talk about what they eat in a day and not try to use that following for anything when there are so many issues in the world right now. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much everything I have to say in this video. And, I hope that you guys have to consider my perspective, and be sure to, like I said, check out some smaller people on social media that definitely deserve the attention. And, be sure to unfollow and block anyone that sucks. That's what I have to say about this. And it's really nice to see that we as people can kind of come together and agree that enough is enough. And, if the really higher ups aren't going to do anything about this, then we gotta start poking where it can hurt and really try to kind of work our way through this and get something done for once. So, once again, I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot. I really hope that we can finally do something about this and just really, really send a message to these people. So, yeah, I appreciate the time that you took for watching this, like I've said. And I guess I'll see you guys in my next video.